Part 2. Yeah. What the hell was that? Ugh. Okay, Jungkook, let's see what you got. Lots, I'm assuming. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Patreon, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Over there. That was supposed to sound like my intro music, but I mean, that could have failed miserably, I don't know. So if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, you've also got access to patron exclusive Vocal Anatomy 101 educational videos, so consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Right, we are now starting part 2 of our BTS solo singer breakdown series. We're going in the order that they were voted for in the polls on my community tab, and second up is Jungkook. Now in a second post underneath this picture, I asked what track I should listen to, and the word and track I seen the most was Euphoria. So we're gonna go and listen to Euphoria. There's a live version in Seoul. I kind of picked it at random. I've not listened to it. I did read the lyrics though, because a lot of people said read the lyrics before you listen to them. So I did. So I kind of got a handle on it, but I have no idea what it sounds like. So let's just go. Why am I doing that so much today? Ooh. Turning into a freaking ghost. It's very nice start. He's got such a sweet voice. It's very, very smooth sounding. There's a little bit of aspirate tone in there, so air is passing through the folds as he phonates, so you get a breathy kind of sound. But he always mixes it into this smoother place, so it sounds kind of like a baby between smooth and aspirate. Really, really nice work though. There seems to be quite a lot of dancing from the get-go. I'm enjoying that when he makes jittery movements, you can hear it in his voice. So I'm not worried about tracks being louder than him. I'm hearing him come through. So I think I'm going to enjoy this. Let's keep going. I've said this in previous videos, but I just cannot get over how little effort he puts into like singing. It's effortless. I mean this in the most complimentary fashion I can deliver it in, but he is like a singing mannequin. His face is just sitting there like perfect. Na 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 na. Na, 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 na. It never moves. Like, he's just so at ease with the delivery of his voice that he can just produce these sounds without it even looking like it's doing anything at all. It's remarkable, to be honest. He has great control over his flips, so he's flipping from a chest voice into a definite falsetto, and we spoke a little bit about it on the Jin video, but a falsetto you can't bring down your range, so that it'll eventually just peter out. Head voice is different, it's connected, you can bring that all the way down. So that na 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 na, there's a bit in there where he kind of leans back into his chest voice, but the transition is so smooth. This guy has just got a smooth energy to him. You're gonna hear the word smooth a lot, I think. He did a little bit of a creak or a cry on one of his phrases there, and what that aids in doing is it delivers like a little emotional punch that there's almost like a cry to it. I mean, that probably sounded horrendous, so apologies. But you get the point. It just gives that little bit of kind of like a whine almost. It's really, really effective in emotional delivery of songs if you can add these little cries in subtly. If you do it like crazy, it's going to be too much, but he's got this down. So you can hear a little bit, there's layered vocals coming in here through the chorus and stuff. It's nothing unusual for this type of music, but the blend is really good. Like I feel like I'm getting enough track and enough hymn. Sometimes there's just imbalance and it just sounds weird, but this is pretty well mixed down, I would say. The sound techs are doing a good job. Chorus again is nice and smooth. His voice is so clean, there's no distortion in there at all. So in order to make that sound, his false vocal folds will be fully retracted. If you were to look at a larynx, you'd see that you've got your true vocal folds and then above them there's a false vocal folds. They're just a protective measure when you're swallowing, but if they get in the way you get what's called constriction, which is kind of gritty sound like that, which is horrible, sorry. But if you can get them out of the way, you just get a really clean sound, and his voice is about as clean as they come. What's happening here? He's now flying above the stage. Wow. Okay, check the size of that crowd. That is mental. You got a little bit of cry again in that chorus. That hear that little turn there, just gets that little bit of emotion through. Really, really nice. One thing that I have noticed about Jungkook's voice is that his velum is often sitting in a really mid place. Now this gets broken down a little bit more in depth on my Patreon and my Vocal Anatomy 101, but basically your velum is your soft palate. It's the gateway to nasal tone, if you like. Now you can have your velum completely up, which makes an entirely oral sound because the air only has one way to go, which is out through your mouth. You've got velum completely down, where the tone can only come through your nose, so you get a fully nasalized sound. Or it can sit in the middle, so there's air going between the two. He tends to sit in that place. It's kind of got a real slick kind of sound to it that is always sitting through the mix of his voice, and it just really pushes that smooth tone even further through. If you were to go up to Jungkook while he was singing and started pinching his nose, A, he'd probably ask you to stop politely, but B, you would hear the tone come in and out, so like that, because the tone is coming through both places, and if you block the nose, then you restrict the movement of that tone from one place. So it kind of goes da 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 da. There's a wee bit of vocal anatomy for you. But oh, it's just gorgeous job. Like, it's such a sweet song as well. And you can tell he's really living in it. Like, he's just having a great time. It's really nice.
제발 꿈에서 깨어났지만
That was really nice. This is kind of a blend between belt and aspirate tones. He's going in and out of the two. Belt is super, super strong. It's kind of punchy. And aspirate's the exact opposite. So to be able to blend those in and out is really something. When he's belting, you need those anchors engaged, so your back muscles, your pectoral muscles, and I think actually holding onto this pole as he's flying around this huge stadium would actually help, because you would have to kind of steady yourself so you're not flapping about as it's swinging. So that's probably in a roundabout way going to help his belt. But I really like that transition from it kind of went strong to light. My belt isn't going to be anywhere near as strong as his at the moment because I'm sitting down, I'm not prepared, I'm just going with what I'm hearing. Absolutely stellar though, lovely stuff. That was head voice. You'll hear the difference. It's just a stronger sound than the falsetto. If I was to do that phrase in both falsetto and then head voice, it would sound a bit like is falsetto. Super airy, very light, not much power in it. Doing it in head voice, you hear that's a lot punchier, a lot stronger, much more projected because it's connected into my chest range. So if you go back and listen to him singing falsetto at the start, then doing head voice, that's why that sounds so much more powerful. And it's a really good tool to change that kind of upper range from falsetto to head voice in a big crescendo part of the song, because you're like, whoa! Very, very good.
너무 이쁜 것 같아요. 다 같이.
So first of all, talking to the crowd and saying, I miss you and you're all beautiful is a very nice touch. That is going to get everyone on board. Not like they weren't before, let's face it. But yeah, top marks. This part here, he's really starting to twang on, so his epiglottis is coming into play. That's a leaf-shaped structure that covers your true vocal folds and your false vocal folds when you swallow. But when used in singing, if you kind of close it over but not all the way, you change the shape of the vocal tract and that sound gets much more pointed. So instead of hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, that was falsetto into like a breathy mix. He's going hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. My voice kind of probably sounds a bit gritty at the moment because I ain't warmed up properly. This was stupid to not do that before this, but okay. But you hear it's just much more pointed in sound. It's like laser focused. Really good. Like that. Very nice. I really like that little riff at the end, that I think it was something like that. But the point is it went falsetto and then changed and transitioned into chest voice. So you get that real kind of turn on that sound in the middle. Yes, like it. So that was Jungkook, and I would say top marks. That was really good. He's got such a smooth, clean, pure tone that comes out of him, and it's just a delight. I'm not surprised so many people love this guy because he really, really does know how to deliver a song. Well done. So I hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below, and if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me, and how are we going to buy this one? I have no idea. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me, and see ya, see ya, see ya. Ooh. What was that? I don't know. Anyway, bye.